4-cylinder engines only? Indeed. Powering our test car is the projected best-selling 20D diesel, offering up 187 bhp at 4000 rpm, after which it gets a bit breathy, and a wide spread of torque, 295 pounds-feet of it, between 1500 and 3000 rpm. The standard 8-speed automatic gearbox extracts everything it can from this power plant and reacts quickly to a tap of the steering wheel mounted paddles. BMW xDrive mode selector tightens things up, but curiously there's no Sport Plus mode, just Eco Pro, Comfort and Sport. This engine matches the 20i Petrol's 0 to 62 miles per hour sprint with a 7.7 second effort, but this diesel offers another 10 mpg. There's a more powerful 25D model for European buyers that gets there a second quicker. That just leaves the entry 148 bhp 18D version, which you can have with 2 or all-wheel drive. Will there be an MX2, or X2M, or M240i, or whatever? BMW's engineers have some of the best poker faces in the business, and remain tight-lipped about a hot version despite us doing our best. Jeremy Paxman meets Louis Theroux via News Round Press Packer Act. Until then there are 4 familiar trims called SE, Sport, M Sport, and finally, M Sport X. All cars get 17-inch alloys, climate control, an automatic boot lid, and sat-nav on a 6.5-inch screen. Further up the ranks are things like LED lights, bigger wheels and sports suspension, plus extensive off-road body cladding. Our car was the top-spec version and boasted big and supportive seats and a dashboard trimmed in a variety of squidgy, elephantine patterned plastics and brightly colored stitching. Narrow windows mean restricted visibility out and back, particularly the chunky B-pillars and an obscured rear 3/4 that necessitates the addition of a reversing camera, or at least use of the standard rear parking sensors. Do the boot bit now. You'll rip this boring plaster off quickly. The boot is 35 litres smaller than the X1S but larger than the current rear-driven 1 Series. Rear passenger space is hampered a bit by the sloping roof. Don't bother putting passengers in the middle rear pew unless they're inflatable. Verdict: our car is nearly £35,000, which is enough to buy an all-wheel drive, automatic gearboxed VW Golf R, which is faster and has a bigger boot. You could also have a BMW M140i, which has a 6-pot motor and rear-wheel drive. There's little point being pragmatic though. The X2 is the latest in a line of emotionally marketed vehicles sold to people as part of a healthy, active lifestyle. Given the trim, it Wednesday recommend one over a GLA or Evoque. It's also fundamentally the least SUV-like SUV that BMW currently makes, so if you want a piece of that action without committing to something massive and boxy like an X5, then the X2 makes sense.